Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. Helping my cousin do a little restoration on her house. She pulled carpet up off of these stairs. And whoever pulled the carpet up, they just pulled the carpet up. They left a lot of staples and carpet fragments in there. So we're pulling the little staples out. Probably going to have to fill those holes. We're going to paint the facing and stain and varnish the landing. It's pine, so we'll see how it turns out. But this is about the best tool you're going to find to pull them tiny staples. You could get the tip of it under them and leverage them out using needle nose pliers to pull the carpet off of the staples before I actually pull the staples out. And I guess I'll video a little bit of it. Grab the needle nose pliers, pull whatever carpet you can out. Sometimes you'll pull a staple out too, which is fine. Once you get bunches of carpet out, take this little tool, get it under those staples like that, pull them out like that. That's what you gotta do till you get it all cleaned up. It's a task to refinish this pine and make it to where it can be stained and some kind of polyurethane put on them. So we're going to plug this in, sand this wooden stair, and see how it turns out. So I made what I consider a mistake and put stain actually on the stair instead of getting a pine board and staining it for my cousin to see. So that step is actually darker than she wants. I'm going to try to sand that down, get some of that stain out of there. Then I put a little polyurethane sample on the raw wood there, which she wants a little darker than that. So we're going to end up somewhere in between there. So now I got all of the staples out of the stairs going up. I'm scraping off the paint drippings that have dripped on the stairs. Then I'm going to probably just sand what's on there off. Try to get down to the pine like that. Hopefully I'll get enough of it unscarred, unstained, and it'll look decent enough to finish all the way up the stairs. Now in the edges where they put these staples, we're probably going to put some kind of quarter round, some very thin type of quarter round to cover those marks in that so that they're harder to see, because stain is just going to darken that up even darker, and polyurethane will make it pop. And I don't want those scars from those little nails or staples showing through all of that wood. First thing we did was we went through and pulled all of the staples out. Those tiny carpeting staples that was holding the carpet down in the corners. For some reason, most stairs probably had 20 staples in it, and the top stairs had 200. So definitely had a lot of work to do on that. You can see the scars along this top stair where there was just dozens and dozens of staples in there. And on that part that's going to be painted, I'll probably have to fill that with some kind of filler. And then the bottom side of it, hopefully that small quarter round or eighth round, whatever we put down there, will cover some of that. After we scraped all the staples out and pulled them out, we used a funny little crowbar we got from Home Depot. Next, I'm scraping all of the paint globs off, working my way down. Then I'm going to vacuum all that stuff up. Then I'm going to start sanding. I may use a little stripper on the stair landings to see if that stripper will get that varnish up off of the edges. I say about 1.5 inches on both sides has varnish on it before they put the carpet down on top of it. That was mainly varnishing the side boards. Then we're going to have to go over it with a primer because the sides are varnished. Then we'll go and paint it and stain the landing parts of the stairs like we did there, and then varnish that part. Then we'll probably put some varnish on the handrails to renovate those because they have some wear on it, some chips and stuff over the years. She had a small child here, which she no longer has. Her child is now in college. I think this house was built around 1990. If you want to check to see when the property was built, the normal, quickest place to check is under the lid of the toilet. They normally have date stamps on them. Or you could check the county records or something like that. But for just a quick check, pull the toilet tank lid up. Look at the bottom of that toilet tank lid. Normally stamped when that toilet was manufactured. Very few people replace toilets. When you're hitting this with the orbital sander, you're going to have marks left behind, especially on soft wood, because soft wood, man, it picks up everything. Somebody can step on a nail or something like that, put a groove in it, then it collects dirt. So you get a little piece of sandpaper and you rub that spot. It's always best if you go with the grain, but you can go against the grain and then go with the grain to finish it up. But you want to finish it up with the grain. This little orbital sander is doing pretty well. That dust bag, my guess is that it's collecting about 20% of the dust, maybe 25%. It has a slight vacuum motion that goes on with those holes there that are through the pad and through the sandpaper. The paper is Velcro on there, which is nice, and it's working out pretty good. I like the way it's shaped like an iron. It gets into the corners pretty well. So I'd say it's a good sander, 4 or 5. Only way it can get to be 5 or 5 is if that bag picked up maybe 90% of the dust. So I think it's a good buy. I think it was around $25 plus tax. I'm going down the stairs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. So that's 12 stairs, and then the top would be a landing. This is how they look before I sand them. This is how they look after I sand them. I'm not trying to get them perfect because that's never going to happen with soft pine. You can see the imperfections in there. I'm sanding out about 60-70% of the imperfections. The rest of them will be there. We'll see how it looks when I'm finally done. So the machine came with 60 grit. You can only buy 80 grit as replacement. So I was doing 3 stairs with the 60 grit. I'm going to do 2 stairs with the 80. Let me keep rolling. When you're sanding with a sander, you want to keep the sander moving because the friction of the sandpaper against the wood creates heat, and when it gets hot, it'll resist the grit and probably won't sand down as good. If you see these imperfections in the wood here, I had those same ones along here. I put a little pressure on the sander with it tilted a little bit on the edge of the paper to get it to rub and eat into the wood a little more in those spots to clean that up. I'm going to show you a little bit while I keep it moving. See how much better that looks with just a little bit of effort, some two-handed effort, a little more pressure. That's going to look real good. Then I'm going to get this dirt and stuff up along the rest of the step, and I'll move on to the next one. A coat of polyurethane on this. Since we have all of these staples in this step, we got this, I don't know if, I guess it's an 1/8 trim, and they're cut to fit in there. So let me show you how it fits in there, and let me show you how I cut it. Nail holes, staple holes from the carpet will be covered up by this stuff here. Just that little piece, very little play in it. So it ain't nothing you're going to have to caulk around. This piece that you got cut as a guide, set at the end, go to the other end, make a mark, cut the mark off. Like I said, I use that to make the mark. There's the mark there. Set that piece aside. Hold it in the cutting square. Get the saw blade down there. Cut it at the mark. Double check the piece. And you want to use your first one as the guide, because you know it's just about perfect. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.